Hi, everyone, and welcome back to yet another exciting live session by Voice of Crypto, where we talk about all things crypto, blockchain, and Web3. And in today's episode, we are going to take a deep dive into the price action of some of the top cryptocurrencies, as well as look at the top news from the Web3 crypto blockchain market. But before that, a quick announcement. As you guys are already aware, we do $100 giveaway, and we have been doing this for about a couple of months now, but we're going in more actively. We're going all in on this giveaway. So make sure that you join Voice of Crypto's Telegram announcement channel. If you're not already a part of our Telegram community, make sure to be a part of that. That's where we share all the crypto Web3 alpha, as well as give updates around cryptocurrency prices and a lot of good analysis around top altcoins and Bitcoin. So don't miss out on that and go ahead and join Voice of Crypto's Telegram announcement channel. You'll also find the instructions to avail that $100 giveaway, weekly giveaway that we do. So go ahead and join that and make sure that uh, just a sec. Apologies for keeping you all wait. Just going live on Binance. All right, super. Now we are live on LinkedIn, YouTube, Twitter, as well as Binance Live. Thank you so much once again for joining us on Voice of Crypto. Quick disclaimer, none of what we say on these live sessions, as well as what our guests say, is financial advice. So make sure that you always do your own research in the crypto market. DYOR is the key to success in this space. That said, the $100 giveaway that we've been doing, if you want to avail that, go ahead and join Voice of Crypto's Telegram announcement group, the link to which will be shared in whichever on the like comment section of whichever social media you guys have joined. And that said, without further ado, we'll take a deep dive into the price action of some of the top cryptocurrencies. We'll also be taking a look at some of the top news from the crypto Web3 blockchain market. So don't miss out on that and stick around to the very end, because we are going to be talking about an altcoin season, whether this is the beginning of the altcoin season. Are we on the brink of a bull market? Uh, Prices have flipped. A lot of altcoins have now reached new all-time highs, and Bitcoin, Ethereum are doing fairly well. So we're going to be talking about all of that. And but first, we'll take a look at our crypto market cap and Bitcoin price action. A very good outlook, all in all, for the global crypto market cap, which now stands at a solid 1.7 trillion US dollar. It has noted an over 2% rise in the last 1 day or so. The total crypto market volumes have also risen by almost 10% in the last 1 day. And we can see that daily volumes are also above the 80 billion US dollar mark. So quite a decent increase. Um, just to get a better perspective, we the crypto market volumes are usually around 50 to 60 billion when we're not seeing a lot of gains in the market. But at this point, with the gains that we saw in the last day or so, Ethereum, Bitcoin, quite a few altcoins managed to um, make a mark in the market. But one worrying factor is the Bitcoin dominance, which fell below the 50% mark. Bitcoin dominance now has reached a monthly low. We saw BTC dominance reach 52%, after which it started to take a U turn from the higher levels, and it's currently just a little bit above 49%. So it is below the 50% mark. And this is exactly why a lot of analysts in the market are hinting at an altcoin season, or a recovery for almost all the altcoins. We will, of course, take a look at that towards the end of our section today. But before that, a quick look at Bitcoins does show us that BTC price has managed to stay afloat. It is still above the 43,000 US dollar mark. Ethereum, on the other hand, made some very decent gains, and Ethereum wasn't getting a lot of limelight off late. Bitcoin and quite a few other altcoins were sort of stealing the limelight, and there were talks about Ethereum falling behind in terms of gains. Well, clearly, Ethereum price action has uh, is now starting to recover, and with ETH above the 2300 US dollar mark, there is quite a bit to look forward to. Once Ethereum is has established above the 2500 US dollar mark, we can expect a little bit more momentum for ETH price action. Another superstar for the day is, of course, BNB, and BNB has been doing pretty well. There is a bit of resistance around the 330 US dollar mark, and we see that on the hourly time frame, BNB has noted a bit of fall of around 0.64%, but on the daily price perspective, BNB is still up in terms of price. It's up by um, over 7% on the daily price chart itself. On the weekly, we see that that BNB has managed to make over 20% gains, pretty much similar to Solana, which now stands at the fifth. Uh, uh, which now is the fifth cryptocurrency by market cap. And a while back, we saw that Solana managed to even cross BNB in terms of the market cap. Solana was comfortably sitting at the fourth spot for quite some time, but not for long. BNB managed to make a comeback pretty soon, and BNB is now once again, the fourth largest crypto by market cap, with the gains that BNB saw in the last day or so. On a weekly, we see that BNB is up by almost 21%. Moving on, Solana is finally now above the 105 US dollar mark. Quite a bit of bullish momentum was seen for Solana in the last couple of months or so. And the Solana ecosystem, without a doubt, is glimmering. TVL has risen, DeFi volumes are pretty decent. Trade volumes have also taken up. Price, of course, without a doubt, has been soaring. So, all in all, a decent purview for Solana. Of course, on the daily price perspective, however, Solana has noted a bit of downfall, and on the hourly, however, we see that Solana is starting to recover from the over 5% losses that it saw on the daily price chart. That said, XRP again making a lot of moves around the bullish momentum, the newfound bullish momentum in the market. Um, XRP is up by over 2% on the daily, almost 5% on the weekly. Cardano again making decent gains, over 5% on the daily, over 7% on the weekly. Avalanche, however, now is not gaining a lot. In fact, over 5% losses on the daily, over 8% on the weekly. However, for top altcoins, around this time, these losses do present a decent entry point for uh, day traders in the crypto market. That said, not a lot of momentum for Doge, around 1% gains on the daily as well as on the weekly. Polkadot again, not noting a lot of gains on the daily. Same goes for Polygon's Matic. Nonetheless, both Polkadot and Polygon's Matic have maintained their weekly gains. Polkadot is still up by over 16% on the daily, on the weekly chart. Matic again is up by almost 35% on the weekly chart. Chainlink, however, is doing pretty well, over 10% gains on the daily, over 15% on the weekly, and same goes for quite a few others like Bitcoin Cash, Uniswap presenting a very decent purview. All in all, ICP is another one of the top gainers in the top 20, in the top 30, and so is Optimism's OP token, which is doing pretty well. um, and it has managed to be in the top 30 cryptocurrencies by market cap, and we can see these massive over 65% gains for optimism which have acted in the favor of this altcoin. And that said, we will now quickly jump into the top news of the day. But before that, I will take a quick look at some of the top comments. Well, if there are any questions that you have, and do remember that to be a part of the $100 giveaway that we're organizing, you need to ask relevant questions in these live sessions, and make sure to engage in these live sessions with either me or our guests or amongst yourselves. So that is one way in which you can avail the $100 giveaway. But apart from, of course, joining our Telegram channel. That said, we will take a look at the top news of the day. One of the biggest news that came was that Kathy Wood's ARK Invest is now investing in ProShares Bitcoin ETF after dumping Grayscale Holdings. Kathy Wood, in fact, recently was also called one of the most influential women in the crypto space, and she's also been one of the finest traders of this year. Her move around Coinbase was pretty well, and now she is again investing in the ProShares Bitcoin ETF. They recently dumped a lot of Grayscale holdings, so quite a lot happening in terms of investing for Kathy Wood's ARK Invest. That said, Indonesian crypto exchanges must now register with new bourse or face shutdown. So, quite a bit of regulatory change for Indonesian crypto exchanges, and how it is going to impact retailers in that particular geography is something that remains to be seen. In another news, Pancake Swap is proposing to reduce cake token supply by 300 million. Now, this could act well for not just the larger ecosystem, but also for Pancake Swap's price. If the supply reduces and there's decent demand in the market for for cake token, it would, of course, help price soar. So whether this proposal would go through, whether the token supply will get reduced, and whether cake token would soar is something that remains to be seen. But we shall, of course, address that in the following sessions that we have on Voice of Crypto Live. So stay tuned for that. And in another interesting news, a crypto wallet linked to Donald Trump sent about 2.4 million in Ethereum to Coinbase. Now, generally, when a lot of whales sort of send cryptocurrencies from their wallets to exchanges, it essentially means that there's going to be a little bit of there's going to be a little bit of selling. Now, this is what generally happens, but of course these are no predictions. But it'll be interesting to see how it'll be interesting to see whether the former US president has, in fact, or is planning to sell Ethereum on Coinbase, and whether this recent dumping that the former US president did will lead to some sort of, will have some sort of effect on ETH price is also something that remains to be seen. But for now, Ethereum price action seems to be glimmering. 3 weeks ago, he started selling ETH to Coinbase after months of accumulating Trump NFT royalties. His peak balance was about 4 million, and this was posted by Arkham Intelligence in a recent post. Based on the deposits, Donald Trump has already sold about a little over 1,000 Ethereum for 2.4 million US dollar. These Ethereum tokens were generated as royalties from the official Trump NFTs, or Trump cards collection, which is on OpenSea. Now, if you want to know about Trump cards, these Trump NFTs, go ahead and check out voiceofcrypto.online, which is our website. And we have done a detailed analysis on what Trump NFTs are, what these Trump cards are. So go ahead and check that out if you haven't already. And if you want to, of course, know more about NFTs, the NFT market, or anything related to Web3, go ahead and follow Voice of Crypto on all the social media platforms, as well as take a look at our website where we publish news, analysis, insights, as well as price related articles. So go ahead and follow voiceofcrypto.online and do not miss out on all the alpha from the Web3 market. Uh, that said, coming back to the coming back to our topic of discussion for the day, that is whether the altcoin season is on, whether we have already entered an altcoin season or not. Well, in the last month or so, Bitcoin has lost quite a bit of its market dominance. And generally, when Bitcoin dominance reduces, it is a signal that there's an altcoin season in play. A loss of dominance does mean that other cryptocurrencies are outperforming, or rather, altcoins are outperforming. Altcoin season basically means when a lot of altcoins start to rally. Um, if they do that over an extended period of time, it essentially points towards an altcoin season. Um, Bitcoin dominance index is one of the biggest indicator of an altcoin season, and this index is calculated by dividing the market cap, Bitcoin's market cap, by the total market cap of the crypto market. And a decrease means that investors are deploying more capital into altcoins rather than Bitcoin. Uh, the Bitcoin dominance, as I originally mentioned towards the very beginning of our episode, Bitcoin dominance had reached almost 55% in the beginning of December. First week of December, we saw Bitcoin dominance hit one of the highest marks that it had in almost a year, in over a year. And as we speak, Bitcoin dominance has fallen below the 50% mark. So it means that in the last 20 days or so, we saw Bitcoin dominance fall by over 5%. This does present a good opportunity to enter altcoin trading for traders. However, if you take a look at the total crypto market cap of altcoins, we will notice a really interesting thing that the the crypto market cap minus Bitcoin's market cap recently made a new multi-year high of 796 billion. This index um, and this index is up in the last couple of months. At the beginning of 2023, the altcoin market cap was at about a little over 460 billion. And from then to now, which means from mid October to now, as we close December, there has been a 70% surge in the market cap of altcoins. So this does point towards a lot of capital going into altcoins. A very good signal for altcoins, and we cannot not mention Solana and BNB, some of the tokens who have sort of risen in terms of price, in terms of total value logged, and are noticing a very healthy rise in terms of not just price but also ecosystem centric growth. Solana, however, was the leader in terms of price gains. Year to date, price gains for Solana crossed 1000%. This essentially means that if you opened a position in Solana towards the beginning of this year, you would be knee deep into about 1000% gains. So a very massive recovery for Solana, especially after the entire FTX conundrum that pulled down Solana's price, as well as the reputation that this altcoin had. Not only that, as I mentioned, Solana also captured the fourth position um, in the top 10 cryptocurrencies by market cap. It dethroned BNB and quite a few other DeFi competitors. But for now, Bitcoin Cash is one cryptocurrency that is doing pretty well. And it seems like there is, of course, a rally going on for BCH. So watch out for that. But Other alternatives for putting in money could be low cap cryptocurrencies. A few were mentioned by Elon Musk, like Grok, um, which sort of attained a lot of spotlight. And other than that, of course, there were quite a few new entries for meme coins throughout this year, especially Bonk, a Solana based meme coin that did very well and made its way in the top 100 cryptocurrencies. Of course, we still have Dogecoin and Shiba Inu, the market leaders in terms of the top meme coins. But quite a lot happening in the cryptocurrency market in general, not just in terms of price, but a lot of bullish announcements. And of course, we will be, the entire market is looking very carefully towards the first week of January, when we'll have a lot more clarity and a final decision around the Bitcoin ETF, which will, of course, be followed by the Bitcoin halving happening really soon. There's not a lot of time, just about 113 days for the Bitcoin halving. So amidst all of this, of course, there is going to be quite a bit of optimism in the cryptocurrency market. We will be right here on Voice of Crypto, decoding all of that action, the market action, the price action, as well as top news for you guys. And this, with that, I would conclude today's session. Thank you so much for joining us. Don't forget to tune in tomorrow around the same time. We will see you with fresh updates from the cryptocurrency market. Once again, thank you so much for joining us today. Bye bye.